What up, folks? It's your pal, Coach Vino, and this is the Glass Half Full podcast where we turn setbacks into comebacks. Let's go.
Yo, everybody goes through setbacks, but don't let these setbacks make you take a step back. Step back from the situation, put your brush down, envision the picture you're painting, because everybody goes through setbacks.
All right. Welcome back to the podcast. I am Coach Vino, the people's bartender, your certified coach from the Boogie Down Bronx. How you guys doing today? You feel good? You feel great? Excellent. Because I feel fantastic. And I think today's conversation is going to be a banger. Because I'm going to talk about idleness, okay? And we're going to talk about how idleness is the enemy of success. Let's be honest with you. What we're supposed to be doing here is we're supposed to be moving forward on this path of ours, right? We got to get up in the morning. We got to get our big boy pants on, big girl pants on, and move forward. But we live in a world where we're constantly bombarded with all kinds of distractions and all kinds of opportunities to be entertained. So it's easy to slip into idleness. But let's be clear here. Idleness isn't just about taking a break or enjoying some downtime. I get it. I'm all about downtime. It's important for your mental health and your physical health. It's about prolonged inaction. That's what robs us of our potential, of our dreams, and ultimately of our success. So if you take 5 minutes to take a breather, that's great. Take a walk, go on a meditation. Whatever it is you got to do to just take a little mental break, a little relaxation, that's okay. But when you do it for long times and you use it as a way to fill in the gaps of making actions, then you got a problem. See, time is our most valuable asset. And we all have 24 hours in a day. Yet some people, they seem to achieve so much more than others. I know a bunch of people that own coffee shops, right? I know one guy. This guy is absolutely killing it with his coffee business. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's bonkers. Then I got another guy who has a coffee shop. He's not doing much at all. He's just getting by. Now, they both have the same 24 hours, and they're both in the same town. But what's the difference? Well, the difference often lies in how we use our time. I can tell you the guy with the successful shop, this guy hustles. He's on social media all day. He's out making meetings all day long. He is pumping himself out there. Now, the other folks ain't. Now, I don't know what they're doing. I'm not saying that they're not trying hard. But what I am telling you is that the way that time is filled makes all the difference. Idleness in any form is the enemy of progress. Now, let's clarify what I mean by idleness. It's not just about sitting around and doing nothing. It's about the subtle ways that we waste our time. Okay? So I'm not talking about, I'm a big meditator, so I'm not talking about meditating. You take 20, 30 minutes to meditate. That's not idleness. If you're going to the gym, that's not idleness. That's productive. That's helping you and your body, your mental, your physical health. I'm not even talking about going on vacation with your families or going out for dinner with your friends. I'm not talking about reading. I'm not talking about any of those things. Okay? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about sitting and scrolling on social media all day long, binge watching some TV shows, right? Playing video games to a large extent, procrastinating on things that we know are important. It's these idle moments that feel harmless when you're doing it, right? In that moment, but they add up. And those are the moments that create barriers between you and your goals. See, what you should do is you should think of idleness as like a thief, right? It's a burglar. It steals your time, it steals your energy, and it steals your focus, right? Because when you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, your mind's not on the goal. But here's the thing. It doesn't just rob you of your present time and energy and focus. It robs you of your future. Every moment spent in idleness, dude, that's just a moment lost that could have been invested in you, invested in your growth, your learning, and then taking you one step closer to your dreams. So you're just giving away opportunities. You're giving it away. Here you go. 2 for 1. You know? So how do we combat idleness? Well, the first step is to be aware of it, right? You have to recognize when you're slipping into these idle behaviors. And when you do recognize it, you need to ask yourself, is this activity moving me closer to my goals, or am I just filling time? You have to be honest with yourself about that. And when you catch yourself in a moment of idleness, you have to make a very conscious decision to redirect your energy. You can't just say, 5 minutes more. You have to stop and drop. That's it. Okay? No excuses. If I do it, I find myself doing it. I'm like, oh man, what am I doing on Instagram right now? I get off, I close my phone. And I figure out what it is I could do right now that could be getting me one step closer to growing my podcast or growing my YouTube channel or growing my coaching business. So you need to develop a routine that keeps you focused and productive. All right? So that means, structure your day around your priorities, not your distractions. Successful people, let me tell you something, they have strict routines that they follow very, very religiously. Now, when you get super successful, maybe you can't deviate a bit because you got other people doing certain things for you. But when you're building your business, you have to set a routine for yourself. It's about being purposeful with your time, all right? It's not about being busy. It's about being purposeful. You don't want to just fill your time with shit just to feel like you're being busy. No. Make the time worth it. Another thing, another strategy is setting small and very manageable goals, right? Because big goals, they can feel overwhelming. And those things will lead to procrastination. And that procrastination is another form of idleness. So if you've got a goal and it's too big and you're like, there's no way I'm going to be able to accomplish that. Or you say to yourself, oh my God, the amount of work that I got to do to get there, you're probably going to put it off. But if you look at the small steps you could take to get there, you start knocking those out, then all of a sudden you're like, holy smokes, I'm getting closer and closer to the end game here. Small, manageable goals. All right? But it's just not about doing more. It's about doing the right things. Like I said before, make it purposeful. You need to focus on activities that align with your values and with your long-term vision. Remember, productivity isn't about quantity. It's about quality. So whatever you're doing, make it feel right. Make sure that whatever you're doing feels like it's something you really give a shit about. It's about making progress on the things that truly matter to you. Don't just do things to do things, I'm telling you, because you resent it. But if you do it because you love it and because it helps to build the bigger picture of something that you love, then that's the way to go. But finally, I do want to talk about rest. Rest is important. Matter of fact, I would say it's crucial. But it's not the same as being idle. See, rest is intentional and restorative, right? It's about recharging your mind and your body so you can perform at your absolute best, peak you. So that means going to the gym, meditating, and then resting, right? These are the three things, and eating well. Let's not forget that, okay? Those are the 4 ways to take care of your mind and body. You do those 4 things, and you set yourself some goals, and you're on the path. Okay? Idleness, on the other hand, drains your energy, and it leaves you feeling unfulfilled because when you waste time, then you reflect on it and you feel like, shit, what did I do with myself? You start feeling bad. You'll start feeling bad when you realize you just wasted, 20 minutes looking at, kitty videos on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But look, as I wrap up today's episode, I want you guys to remember this, okay? Success is a result of consistent and purposeful action. All right? Idleness in any form is the enemy of your success. So the next time you find yourself tempted by these idle activities that I've talked about, ask yourself, is this helping me achieve my ultimate goal? Or is it just holding me back? All right, folks, that is all I got for you today. I really hope that this podcast resonated with you. If you know somebody that might need to hear this, please be sure to send this podcast to them. Sharing is caring. And also, if you could please leave a review, it would help Vino feed the hungry algorithm. And if you or anyone you know would like to work with Coach Vino, you can find me online on my website at coachvinollc.com. Or if you just want to hang out with me on social media, where I share my love for libations and motivation, you can find me anywhere at Coach Vino LLC. And remember, folks, if nobody else tells you, Coach Vino appreciates you. Cheers.
I find it hard to reveal these thoughts and express what I'm feeling in a hip-hop form. But I was born to succeed, so as long as I breathe, ain't nobody on this earth gonna crush my dreams. Yo, this might be the end of the verse, but this is just the start of a new beginning. Word.